The Devil's Staircase, an absolute brute of a climb. Some have gained from it and gone on to win. For others, it was the end of the milk race, much too hard for them. You need great strength, determination, willpower and character to haul yourself over the top of this absolute brute.
I think it's everyone sort of for himself. Like, you don't have any tactics or anything, you just go up as hard as you can, and then after you just have a look at what the damage is.
The beauty of Wales, the steepness of the mountains, and a chance for Peter Verbecken to reflect on just what 9 seconds in the lead really means. This is Lars Mikkelsen, the man who has started the day by attacking and is now pushing home the advantage as only he knows how. And the Shark's Teeth again, from Llangwnnida through Brecon, Upper Chapel, over the Devil's Staircase to the last big climb of the day at Gamalt, down through Bronnant and into Rhydyfelin and on to the finish in Aberystwyth. But everybody for days has talked about a date with the Devil, and sure enough, when the riders arrived there, they were well split up.
Well, I had a date with the Devil back in 1961, and on that particular day, on this climb, it was peppering down with rain. There was nobody there to cheer us on, just the sheep, and they were bleating as much as to say, well, I'd have thought you'd have had more sense.
Well, providing you're not a rider, Hugh, I think you must admit the scenery today in Wales absolutely stunning. This is Slafamir Hegge and Shane Sutton in the lead group.
Well, I'm certainly all right in the car and about Shane Sutton, but he's got great memories of this stage 2 years ago, for it's here he carved out his victory when he sped away to Aberystwyth and won the stage from Tom Bamford.
Now look at this. This is Lars Mikkelsen. He broke away, in fact, with Shane Sutton very early on the Brecons. He's trying now to go clear because there's about 28 miles to go at the top of the Devil down to the finish in Aberystwyth. Danny Intven is in second place. Hegge the Czech is third. Shane Sutton struggling in fourth, and I think that's Tim Hall come up into fifth place. And this group is still ahead of the field by about a minute, Hugh.
This is a good move for after the climb here of the Devil. They've got a very tricky fast descent, and then the climb up the Gamalt, and then it's about 25 miles to the finish, but the field are toiling here to get to the summit.
Well, one of the Algerians just passing through our picture there. First time we've had Algeria in the milk race, and I bet they've been a little bit surprised about the mountains of Devon, Cornwall and Wales these opening 3 days. Surprisingly though, the field is not breaking up quite as much as I would have expected on these slopes. The crowd, I've never seen it so big. Let's go back up to the top. Lars Mikkelsen has been joined by Danny Intven. Remember, he was the leader for the first 2 days, and Hegge has got up there as well. They're climbing away.
Well, problems here back on the hairpin bend of the Devil's Staircase. One of the Belgians getting a push. Not allowed, actually, but he's not objecting. And I tell you, this car could do with a push. It's struggling, isn't it? Spectators love this. But, of course, it impedes the path of the riders. We just caught a glimpse of one of the poles trying to thread his way through the inside. And actually, the enthusiasm of the spectators have pushed him off the bike.
Well, these are cruel slopes, and his little helping hand here for Bernie Burns, too, one of the Great Britain professionals. And he'll be delighted with that, I'm quite sure, as he heads up the top of the Devil's Staircase. What's happened here? Because this is Slafamir Hegge, Hugh, and I think he overshot the corner. His chain actually is still off.
Well, these two didn't overshoot the corner. This is Danny Intven, and with him is Lars Mikkelsen. But chasing hard is Hegge. He overshot that corner, as Phil said, did a little bit of cyclocross. Here he is, trying now to get back on terms with the leaders.
He's going to have a tough chase, Hugh, because I think the field are catching him up. This is Mikkelsen and Intven. Intven's, in fact, has been told by his manager to stop assisting this breakaway. Let's go back on the climb, because we're some 13 minutes down here, and still the riders are coming over. This is Gethin Butler and one of the South Africans. I think it was Stuart Goodman from South Africa with him there. And from the two at the back to the two at the front, and Danny Intven here, no longer working with the leader because the gap has grown, and Lars Mikkelsen is a danger now to the race lead, which, don't forget, is on the team of Danny Intven. We're heading for the finish. Intven now, for the first time for 10 miles, has come out from behind the shadow of Mikkelsen. He's going to win his second stage of this race, and Mikkelsen will again be second for the second time to match his sprint down at Bideford. But a victory there for Danny Intven, and the lead probably will not change hands, but Intven will take his second win.
The Devil, so that's
very hard.
That's not normal.
No, very hard.
Yeah.